All right, guys, in this video, very serious video, and a very important video is, who do you want to marry? So many times, guys especially, girls usually think a little further ahead, especially younger wise, is most guys just think by looks. Oh, she's hot, oh, I want to date her, oh, I want to have sex with her, or whatever. But that's such short-term thinking. Don't get me wrong, looks and attraction is very important, but to say it's the, be all end all, that's a very limited way of looking at things. And young men really need to listen to this. Or hell, old men, if you've been married, 2 or 3 times, you obviously aren't good at picking women, so listen up. Talking to you, Bobby. Anyways, the 7 out of 10 rule. So there's different aspects of life: mental, emotional, physical, financial, relationships, spiritual, and community. And they may not be a 7 out of 10 in each one, but when you average them all out, and honestly, I'm pickier. I say 9 out of 10, but they gotta at least be a 7 before you even consider possibly thinking about marrying them. And if that's all you can find is a 7, then maybe you're just a 7. But, 8s are probably gonna find 8s, 9s are gonna find 9s, so on. 1s are gonna find 1s. But the first thing you're going to see is their appearance. What do they look like? Are they attractive? Do they have good hygiene? Stuff like that. So that's good. You can't see a person's personality. So, you look at a girl and you think, do I find her attractive, right? So if she's a 7 out of 10, now the reason I say don't base that on your, whether you get married to someone or not, whether they look good or they're good in bed or something like that, because look, sex is just sex. Once you turn the lights off, you just, whatever. It's really all kind of the same. But as far as looks go, everyone's gonna lose their looks. Everyone's metabolism's gonna slow down, you're gonna get a little fatter, and you're gonna get a little more wrinkled, and stuff like that. And so everybody's looks gonna fade, man. But mentally, how intelligent are they? Because if you're an Einstein and they're a retard, it's probably not gonna work. If you're both retards, or you're both Einsteins, but does she have fairly good common sense? Is she fairly educated? You don't want to date a dummy. You want to be able to have a conversation. If you have kids with them, you don't want your kids to be a dummy. You don't want her passing off her dumb ideas off to your kids and stuff like that. So mental is a big one. Emotional. Now, I know a lot of guys say crazy in the head, crazy in bed, which kind of holds some truth. But do you really want a girl that's constantly insecure? Where are you going? Who are you going to be with? How long are you going to be gone? Or go psycho on you and try to stab you, or vandalize your car, burn all your clothes, and then the next minute be like, I love you more than anyone else has loved anybody ever in the history of the world. You want someone who's emotionally, grounded. They're not, psychopath 1 second and lovey-dovey the other, because I don't think they're really lovey-dovey. They're just kind of hitting an emotional high for a moment, because they're going to go right back to being psycho here in just a second. So, try to find you someone that's at least a 7 on the emotional side of things. financial. Now, usually with women, as far as guys are concerned, it doesn't matter a whole lot because guys are going to think, well, I'm going to be the breadwinner, I'm going to make money and stuff like that. But you don't want a woman who's, what if something happens to you and you need her to carry the weight for a little while? What if you break your leg and you can't work? And y'all are dependent on her income for a little while. Hopefully you got some money saved, but you want someone who aspires to, have a good job. If you're just with a chick who's like, I'm just gonna be a waitress my whole life, like, really? I'm just gonna work at the vape shop my whole life. Get the fuck out of here. You want someone who aspires to grow and mature even financially. So, relationship-wise, look at her parents, her siblings, her grandparents, all that kind of stuff. First of all, look at their parents. Look at her mom. Does she look like her mom? Because you're probably looking into a crystal ball, and if you can't handle what that's going to look like in 20, 30 years from now, yeah. If you can't do it, then don't even start. But also, what kind of relationship does she have with her family? Does she have a good relationship, a strong relationship with her family? Do they laugh? Are they affectionate? Are they nice to each other? Are they honest? Do they hold each other accountable? All that kind of stuff. And take all those things into, consideration, so you can kind of go back and judge and be like, all right, yeah, she's pretty good, or man, her family's fucked up. Because trust me, the last thing you want is her to have a crazy brother, and then the next thing you know, you two are fist fighting, or a dad that pulls a gun, or who knows? Like, there's some crazy motherfuckers out there, y'all. Spiritually, you want someone who has the same beliefs and the same standards and ethics and morals as you. If you're with a girl that's like, doesn't believe in being faithful and honest and, is okay with stealing shit and that kind of stuff, like, do you want her raising your kids, teaching your kids to be a bad person, a shitty person? Like, no. So, but also it just makes it easier if you're both on the same wavelength. You're like, we're both the same political, we're both the same religious, we're both the same parenting style. We both believe in hard work and exercise and diet and all that stuff. If you're all on the same page, it makes for less fighting. Not to say there's going to be no fighting, but less. And then community-wise, it kind of goes back to the political thing. Like, how do they feel about community? Do they, are they the same political party as you? Because if you're constantly arguing, being like, you're a liberal and you fucking suck, and you're a conservative and you fucking suck. Like, good luck at the dinner table, homie. That's going to be a tough one. But yeah, so take all these things and think of yourself. If you're a 7, then, look for a 7. If you're an 8, look for an 8. If you're a 9, look for a 9. So, and average all the different aspects out and really take the time to think about it. Once you think you know somebody, hang out one more year. Once you feel like you really know them, hang out one more year. And then if you live with them, and you know them well, and you live with them day in and day out for an entire year, and then you go, yeah, I want to be with this person the entire rest of my life, then pop the question, man. Get off the pot, shit, or get off the pot. Anyways, all right, guys, that's how it's done. It's not hard, but it's hard to do. It's not hard what to know to do, it's hard to do it, because so many guys just jump in there and be like, I know too many guys that get pussy whipped like, oh, she touched my pee-pee. There's no other girl ever out there. Like, all right, bitch, little pussy. Anyways, yeah, sex and looks are not everything, guys. They're not. So get your head out your ass, you know, and think about the big picture. So, all right, subscribe, share, comment, like. Let's get to work.